bless him and turn him over to the Holy Spirit. Give him to the Holy Spirit. Do not try to be his Savior personally. When he comes to your thought, use a little mental discipline and give your attention elsewhere purposely. He does not actually pose any threat of any kind.
Thank you, Raj. Thank you, Raj.
So your letting go of him in your mind will not be a dangerous thing to do.
I've heard you tell me that so many times when I've prayed to you. So it's so good to hear you say it again. Thank you.
I understand. Yes. It is inappropriate for you to be preoccupied with this.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
I will continue to be present with you in support of your, I'm going to put it this way, in support of your not letting this become an obsession with you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it tremendously.
You are welcome. Okay. Hands. Right here.
Excuse me. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Last month, I was asking about my job. I was having trouble with my employers being treated respectfully, and you told me I needed to learn to say no, and to be able to say no with the same ease that I'm able to say yes, without any attachment, emotional attachment to it. Didn't do real good for a while, but at the very end, I was able to do that and said no, and left my job. I'm not working now. I don't plan to work for a little while, just relax and enjoy being free. But eventually
Free to say yes or no.
Free to say yes or no, and that comes up all the time. And it really does feel free to say no when I mean no, and I'm not uncomfortable like I'm offending someone because I am saying that I really wouldn't like to do that. It feels very good, and
Yes.
and other people also appreciate it. I've had a few conversations with people that they know where I'm coming from, and they know if I'm enjoying something, I really am enjoying it, not just for their benefit. So anyway, that kind of brings me around to, eventually I'm going to be looking for work. And in my mind, I had some ideas about being self-employed and teaching kind of in the same, within boarding home type setting, because that's what I know. But I also would rather go where it is that I'm needed and not use my mind to decide what I want to do. So I'm asking you, where am I needed?
Well, you're not needed anywhere yet. And I'm going to encourage you to have this break and not have the break be filled with anticipation about the future, so that you might be fully present on the break, full of all of what the break means for you. The ideas that have been presenting themselves to you are in order. They're not unrealistic fantasy. And you will find during the break that there will be development along the lines of these ideas that have come to you. But it's not necessary for you to work them over during this break. And you will know, I promise you, you will know when the shift occurs from the end of the break into attending to the next steps. But I will not provide you with fuel for giving your attention to something other than the break you're on.
So it is appropriate next week to go on the trip that I was planning with a friend.
It is
go to
indeed.
Montana and just however long we feel like being there. And
Until you feel the shift.
great. I like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Hands. The gentleman here. Mm-hmm.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I guess this really isn't a question. I think it's more of a comment I want to say. I'm about to embark on a journey being guided by a disembodied voice. And at times it has really literally scared the hell out of me. What I want to acknowledge is I'm going to do this, and it's a totally change of my whole life. But I just want to acknowledge the gift you have given me and having the ability to listen, to hear, and to trust that the journey is appropriate and it does fulfill my purpose. And I thank you for that.
You are welcome. You are welcome. This is what it's about for all of you. It is my purpose for being with you in this way to encourage you to arrive at the point of listening and to the point of being willing to make an investment of trust in the communion that occurs. Because until trust in the communion occurs, you're just dabbling with the experience. And nothing concrete can really develop. And the forward movement that awaits you can't happen. And so you all arrive at a point where you could say you have to risk the chance that there is a God. And in risking the chance, you will find out that there is. So, you are welcome. Hands. In the back.
Hi, Raj.
Good afternoon.
Unlike Robbie, who just spoke before in regard to letting go of an old job and how to be available for what's next, I currently don't have the luxury of taking a break. So I have done the thing, and I did discuss with you, and I determined for myself and with confirmation from you that it was appropriate to let go of the current situation for the availability of the crystallizing of the new one.
That is correct, yes.
So I'm just looking at it now and wondering why I'm strangely unconcerned, because it seems like the clock is ticking away as it does
But fear, anxiety, concern is not an essential part of the unfoldment of fulfillment.
Right. I do understand that. Maybe it wasn't the best use of word, concern. Up until today, I haven't even really thought about it.
Indeed.
Yeah, and so I know...
You're right on schedule.
Okay. That's really what I wanted to see, if there was anything I was missing in terms of being in the position of being open.
Not a thing. You're not missing a thing.
Is there anything you could share with me in terms of forward movement in regard to the gelling of a new situation and a preview. Because I've been in this position a lot, seems like a lot, and I've always managed, and it's not like I'm fearful of my survival, but I'm different than those other times when these things have happened, and
Indeed you are.
and I don't even think I know how I'm different.
And the biggest thing, the biggest difference you're noticing is that you are not grasping pathetically for the next step.
Here we go again.
What I mean to say is that you are in the position you're in right now with a much stronger experience of your integrity. And that is one of the reasons you're not feeling concern. You are much more firmly grounded in and conscious of your integrity, which is actually making it easier for you to anticipate the unfoldment of employment, we'll say, that meets your need well, and that you are not likely to have to finagle it into your experience, you see? So I am speaking well of you here. I am not playing with you. There is really nothing further I need to say right now. You don't need to know how it is going to appear. I want you to stay in the flow as you are right now, with this sense of the inevitability of new employment activity unfolding that will be more than adequate to meet your need, because you're worth it.
Well, the timeliness of it does matter, and that's the only thing. If I did have, because there's no cushion.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yes, it is going to be appropriate and necessary for you to take steps to inquire, to put feelers out, to let it be known that you are available where those who need you can find you.
Being new to this area, I think that's part of why I do have these question marks, in terms of that type of thing, the timing of it. I'm still adjusting to a new area and the people here.
But wonderfully speaking, this area is one in which it is an area which is more capable of responding to you than any place you've been before. So, don't anticipate difficulty just because it's an area you're not familiar with. You can actually expect it to respond joyfully to your availability.
And any idea of the current employer changing or shifting their attention, I feel that is not likely to happen.
You are correct. It is not.
Okay. All right, thank you.
You are welcome. Okay, hands. Right here in the front.
I haven't worked for a number of years now, and I'm considering going back into work. And I was wondering if doing computer programming, which I had done before, if that was the appropriate work for me to do, or if I should investigate doing something else, or what does my fulfillment look like at this point? What is my next step? Please, thank you.
Well, first of all, it's essential for you to see to it that you end up doing something you enjoy. You might say you have the luxury of saying, I choose to do what I enjoy, or what I know I'm going to enjoy. So don't get a job just to have a job, or just to have a paycheck. And I'm going to encourage you to explore a job using the skills you have on the computer. But again, don't let yourself be locked into something that isn't going to be fun for you. It is imperative that it allow you to express creativity. And so you do not want to get into a highly structured arrangement where you're just mechanically fulfilling someone else's outlines. It's in you to be able to create the outlines. So look forward to having fun. Okay. Hands. Yes, right here.
Hello, Raj.
Good afternoon.
Good to see you again.
Indeed.
I've been thinking about this question for a couple of years, I guess, and I never know. I'm always of the belief that if I could think of how to ask the question, I should be able to answer it myself. So I'm always reluctant to ask. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead. Several years ago, my wife and I belonged to a group loosely called a T group. And so I have some questions about that. We left the group. One of the questions was is it a valid way or an appropriate way to enlightenment or awakening?
This T group?
The T group?
No.
No?
No. No.
Okay, then I don't have to ask any more about that. Leaving it then obviously was a sensible thing to do.
It was.
Okay. Second question.
No matter what your reason for leaving was, it was a good thing to do.
Okay. Can I ask another question?
You may.
Okay. My next question has to do with my relationship. And how I'm dealing with and how my wife is dealing with her illness, and how can I stand with her and witness for her in a better way. I'm judging myself as not doing it good enough.
All you can do is to stand with her on behalf of her easy capacity to be honest. And your complete unwillingness to support anything less, because it is her birthright to be free of anything that detracts from her capacity and joy to be perfectly honest. So in some ways it's going to require you to be a firm taskmaster. How are you doing? Fairly well. There is a little bit of fear, a little bit of reluctance to be firmer than you are, and I encourage you to abandon that reluctance and to be lovingly but unequivocally firm on behalf of her capacity to be free of this. That's the end of the answer.
Thank you very much.
You are very welcome.
I love you.
We will take a break. Here in the front. Yeah.
Thank you for taking my question. I live in the old schoolhouse here in Hansville. Adjacent to my property is some land that belongs to my former partner, who has done a short plat and has taken this acreage and is putting in 9 houses. It's my desire to add the lots 1 and 2 to the land adjacent to the schoolhouse property to preserve the integrity of this historical site. Also, looking ahead to future generations, I'd like to be able to pass this along to my daughter. So my question is it for the best and highest good for this land and future generations for me to pursue this, or is it my ego that is wanting to extend this boundary?
No, this is not an ego-oriented idea, and it is one worthy of pursuing. Whether or not it succeeds. Proceed with the intent.
Well, if I had $200,000, it would be a simple matter of just doing some paperwork. Do you have any suggestions that would allow me to create this?
No. Except I suggest you discuss it with your ex-partner. answer.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Hands? Yes. If you'll raise your hand so she knows where to bring the... Yes.
Hi, Raj.
Good afternoon.
I didn't expect to be chosen so quickly.
Just sit down and we'll come back to you later.
But I am very much appreciative. I first of all want to extend my love to everyone here today. I'm very much appreciative of the foundation and you, Raj. My question today is about my crossroads that I've come to for my future. I have enrolled into a college, and of the late, about a week ago, my yoga teacher has asked me to study with her to become a yoga teacher. So I want to do both, but at the same time I don't want to bite off too much that I can't chew. I also have a 4-year-old son, and I don't want to take away from him. So my question is about which way to go to fulfill my destiny or to better enrich my life.
And you have the means to go in either direction?
I do.
I truly encourage you to take the route with your yoga teacher.
Thank you.
This is me, Paul. The feel around it is of one of like a big green light, and like it's like moving in this direction will be significantly meaningful in very positive ways. It's like a truly wonderful opportunity. That's the best way I can put it into words. The feel that came along with it. His answer.
I'm also curious if I do pursue this with my yoga teacher, if I do go to college also, would that be a little bit too much for me?
Absolutely too much.
Okay.
Do not even consider it.
I guess that's why I've been questioning it so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Hands. The gentleman in the back. Yes.
I could say I wasn't expected to be called on either, so who wants this? No. I was really trying to look at this, asking a question that you think you know the answer to. Somebody else brought that up, and I guess it's all right to look for some confirmation about what your own inclinations or your own sensing is. This has to do with a relationship that I've been in for over 20 years, and it hasn't been a relationship characterized by much joy and a sense of mutuality in common pursuits or purposes or whatever, and oftentimes it doesn't. It's a relationship that has been fraught with mutual disloyalties, for want of a better word, and a lot of pain. And of course, I remember the teachings from the Course that all things are lessons God would have us learn. And I suppose I'm asking the question.
Well, let's put it this way: all things are things which God can use for learning,